I could have saw this coming a mile away. Apparently, there was a confrontation after the game between Ariza, Harden, Chris Paul, and Gerald Green when they entered the Clippers locker room to pursue a fight that started on the court early in the fourth quarter against Blake Griffin and against Austin Rivers, who obviously didn't play in this game. And the fight ensued outside of the game. Apparently, Chris Paul took him to some secret locker room or some secret hallway that connected both locker rooms. And apparently, they rushed in there trying to fight, and LAPD had to be called. Blah blah blah. I don't know too much of the story. I just heard that this happened after the game, and apparently, after several interviews, which I'll read the article right here, they imposed a 2-game suspension on Trevor Ariza and Gerald Green. So the good news is at least James Harden will be back for these next 2 games. But if you look at the article here, let me go ahead and scroll down real quick. My computer's like all slowing up. It says Houston Rockets forward Trevor Ariza, Gerald Green have each been suspended 2 games without pay for entering the Los Angeles Clippers locker room to confront a player from the opposing team. It was announced today by blah, 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 of the operations. The incident occurred following the Clippers' 113-102 win over the Rockets January 15th at the Staples Center. During the league's investigation, which included more than 20 interviews with executive staffs, coaches, and players from both teams, as well as arena personnel, was determined that Ariza and Green entered the Clippers' locker room immediately after the game and engaged in a hostile verbal altercation with several Clippers players. The league's investigation further concluded that Rockets players James Harden and Chris Paul followed Ariza and Green into the corridor outside of the locker room in an effort to defuse the situation. Accordingly, discipline is not warranted. Ariza and Green will serve their suspensions during the Rockets' next 2 games. Tomorrow we got Minnesota Timberwolves, and we also got the Golden State Warriors on Saturday. This is just to add insult to injury. Now that we're about to enter the end of the season, or middle of the season, we're actually about to enter All-Star break. Every game matters at this point, and especially if we're trying to grab the number 1 seed, because the number 1 seed's still not that far from us, or we're trying to keep the number 2 seed against the San Antonio Spurs, and you're out 2 pivotal games here. Now let's look at the standings real quick. Let's go to the Western Conference real quick. See, we're only 6.5 games back from Golden State because they got more wins than we do. 36 to our 30, 12 losses to their 9. But San Antonio and Minnesota are hovering right behind us, at least in the win column. But the loss column, we still got a comfortable lead. But my main concern, Minnesota beats us on Thursday, followed by Golden State beats us on Saturday. Now we're looking at 14 losses. San Antonio and Minnesota aren't that far behind. And it's mistakes like this, dumb-ass mistakes like this, that could cost us the number 2 seed. I mean, we could drop to number 4 because of this. I know maybe I'm going a little overboard with this because we're 42 games into the season. We only got 40 games left, but it didn't need to go this far. And Trevor Ariza, this is not his first time that he's been told not to do this. He actually went to another locker room. I think he was trying to fight another player. I don't remember who it was. I think it was from the Dallas Mavericks. He was trying to fight somebody there. It was that real tall Indian guy. Can't think of his name. Maybe they know, Mavericks fans watching. But he tried to enter the locker room to fight that guy, and obviously it never got that far. But the question is here, we need discipline on this team. And Ariza, when he has a temper and tempers are flaring, he needs to control his anger. And these 2 games here may cost us the number 2 seed or possibly to grab the number 1 seed. Now I know Harden's set to come back Thursday, which that's a good thing because he hasn't played in 8 games, so a little over 2 weeks. So him and Paul will be playing. That's good, but the bad news is all of our perimeter role players, like Ariza's not playing, and also Gerald Green's not playing, which he's good off the bench, and it's definitely going to hurt our lineup the next 2 games. And if we lose those 2 games, I'm not saying it's their fault, but it could set us back now because then instead of being 4 in the loss column ahead of them, now we're only like 2 ahead of Minnesota and San Antonio. And my question is, are we going to be able to keep this lead, especially down the stretch? Like, it could come down to a tiebreaker to these games. And, the question is, can the Rockets stay healthy? But now can we stay disciplined as well? And I just hope this doesn't affect us going down the stretch. Good news is at least Chris Paul and James Harden are healthy, so that's the good thing. But the bad news is the discipline. We need more discipline on this team, and it's unfortunate. We got Minnesota coming up. We got on Thursday. They're a really good team, 29-17. Hopefully I'll be at that game tomorrow. And then we got the Golden State Warriors on Saturday. It's going to be another epic. It's going to be the rematch of the last time we played them about a week ago. And it's just, it's just one thing after another. We need discipline on this team, and it's just unfortunate that our players got suspended. So because they got suspended, they won't be able to play these 2 games for this altercation in the locker room. All I got to say is, guys, you just got to keep your heads together on this one, man. We got a championship to win here, at least try to win. I know Golden State's still the front runner to win this whole thing, and respectfully so. They got an excellent team down there, but this doesn't help. The suspension didn't need to happen. We need discipline on this team, and hopefully they learn from this mistake, and hopefully it won't be done again. And you just got to be the bigger person and just walk away sometimes. I know that's a little hard because we as men, we're all on pride and all about respect and not let the other person punk us. But sometimes, man, in life you have to eat a little bit, and sometimes you just have to be the bigger person, and you just have to just walk away, man. Even if you felt Austin Rivers said some shit about your mom or something, whatever apparently he said to Ariza, but you just got to be the bigger person, And this is definitely uncalled for. This didn't even have to go this far. You know what I'm saying? And I just the good news is Paul and Harden get suspended. I thought all 4 of them were. I was like, okay, that's 2 L's. But with them 2 playing, we have a chance to win. I doubt we'll win both. We'll probably have to take an L against the Warriors. But at the same time, at least this is going on way before the All-Star break. At least this is going on way before the season ends. Because this shit starts happening towards the end of the year, injuries and suspensions. Oh, we're going to be fucked. It could fuck us for the 2nd seed, and we may end up getting 3rd or 4 or 5 or 6 as a result. So that's why, we just got to stay cooler heads prevail on this, man. And anyways, just wanted to put the article here. You can go on NBA.com and check it out yourself. But, yep, it's breaking news officially. Trevor Ariza and Gerald Green have been suspended for 2 games. So I have nothing else to say about that. Pretty much said everything I had to say. I thought it was pointless. Thought it was stupid. I thought this easily could have been avoided by just not going to the locker room. It's stupid, okay? And anyways, I'm signing out. Hopefully, if I get tickets to go to the game, I'll let you guys see a little bit of the footage for the game on Thursday. Other than that, I'm heading on out.